Welcome back, everybody, to our playthrough of Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. In the last segment, we quite literally finished up everything we could do before going into the moon, so now is the time. Not exactly now, because we still have a few hours before the tower opens. Yeah, I'll cut to that. And it's Happy New Year again! Except New Year was like 3 weeks ago. Almost 3 weeks ago. Depending on when you're watching this. So this same old cutscene happens. It still always interests me how epic it looks when it opens like that. It's a magnificently constructed tower. Wonder how much construction and attention to detail went into building it. Or programming it in this case. Once again, this cutscene with... I don't think I've seen it since the first 3-day cycle, so there is slightly altered dialogue. Not between those two, of course. But Tattle says different things. Won't let things go the way you expect them to. And he still disregards it, of course. Actually, every time I think of this scene now... Oh wait, freakout session. Never gets old. Actually, after reading the Ben story, and going through back to this part, I did try shooting at the Skull Kid with arrows. And, like, I thought that that won't do you any good was something that was in the hacked game only. But as it turns out, he actually does say that when you shoot him with arrows. Which makes sense, because I guess at this point, if you don't know what you're supposed to do, then, you know, there could be no clear indication, so you just want to start fighting him. But, yeah, arrows, they do nothing. More freaking out, of course. So I love how before we called the giants, he said even if they were to come, they couldn't do anything, or they couldn't stop me. And then he's freaking out. It's like, oh my god, they are going to stop me. And there goes the first one. Lovely camera angle to see that giant at. Again, nice shot there. Love the walking physics on these guys, it's so out of whack. Oh, and he just punctured his foot on that water fountain? I don't know. They very clumsily all walk up to the moon. Yeah, that looks like I wouldn't want to get near that. That would be too dangerous. And how, if it's making this much of a collision right now, how are they not, like, catching on fire and burning up based on all the friction and the force of gravity that's coming down on them? I don't know. They look kind of spindly, actually. Their legs, kind of tall and lanky. Their arms don't look very muscular. How could they stop that moon? And of course, it's been pointed out that they're not even really grabbing the moon right now. But somehow they stop it. Oh yeah, the names for the giants. We have Edna, Bertha, Gertrude, Walter. And if anybody can tell me what that's a reference from, I will instantly give them $1,000,000 fake dollars. Because I doubt anybody will be able to know what that's from. And yay, everything's happy now, so I guess that means the game's over. Okay, final thoughts on the game. Well, as I probably have stated before, this is a great game, I've always loved it. And playing it again, I always wondered if it held up at all. It really, really does. You know, similar to the Ocarina of Time. Yeah, there's pointless dialogue here, by the way. Similar to Ocarina of Time, I hope this gets a 3DS release. I know there's a big rumor for it, and of course there's Operation Moonfall. I would instantly buy it if it came out. Oh. Guess the game's not over yet. Oh, they pulled a fast one on me. This scene actually is kind of creepy, because it was just the mask holding up the Skull Kid. Now the more intense music starts playing. Oh, well, that's great, Moon. You just ate the mask. You just destroyed it for us. Its eyes look a lot dimmer than it normally gets. Like, I remember in the N64 version, those eyes got really bright, or at least I thought they did. Whatever. They're like grabbing his eyes. It's like, here, this'll hurt you while we're supporting you up, preventing you from falling. This is funny dialogue. Just that moment of, oh no, 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 no. I always love that kind of gag in a dialogue. Well, Tail, I appreciate your courage and enthusiasm, but too bad, you're not going anyway. You're gonna stay out here, and just be constantly petrified as the moon is about to fall. You better hope that we make it. In we go. Alright, Giants, just hold on to it, and we might be back out later. And now a beautiful part of the game. Quite honestly, it is. I remember somebody mentioning that they look like GameCube graphics, almost. It's very peaceful. Almost makes me forget that the Earth is about to be destroyed. Or whatever planet Termina is on. So yeah, what we have to do here is talk to these kids with masks. Huh, that mask looks familiar. And they ask for our masks in return, which the first time I played this, I was worried that, like, I don't want to give them my masks. I work hard to get all these masks. But eventually I realized after you give them all away, you get them back once you restart time. And because we gave the mask to the kid with Odalwa's remains on his face, we go to an Odalwa-esque themed place. And if you'll notice, there are a bunch of gossip stones around. I'll get to one of them and kind of show what they say. I haven't really shown what gossip stones say because a lot of them just say stuff that we already know. And truth be told, in this case, it's no exception. And there are a lot of gossip stones, so I won't talk to all of them, but I'll talk to a few. And if you noticed, we had that was close, 4 kids running around, one for each of the remains. And as you can tell by this, there is a heart piece in each one of their puzzle-esque rooms that they put us into. And really odd how the entire, like, place is rumbling now, because of the moon. Yeah, all these gossip stones do is tell you where the masks are. So I guess theoretically, if you don't have the masks, and you haven't been able to find out where they are, you could just come into one of these rooms and, like, surmise it from there, because they all pretty much exactly tell you where they are. Oh, go! There's our first failure. Odalwa's room and Gott's room are the only 2 rooms that you can really quote-unquote fail in. The other rooms, for Georg and Twin Mold, don't really have anything. Well, Twin Mold kind of does, but even then, it's not really. I want to get onto that yellowish flower as it's coming back around. So we have to fly the distance. Huh, take that, oddly dangerous, spiked club going around and around on the platform. Yeah, I don't know. So this is the room where our little pest is hiding. give him a useless mask. Gotta hold on to that bunny hood, or else how would we get back to the tree so quickly? Yeah, the whole reason we collected all the masks was so that we could give all the masks away. It seems weird at first, but for those of you who know, it of course does have a very important purpose for the big fight later on. I always wondered why they spawned us back in the same place after we left. Like, really? Why couldn't you just put us right next to the tree where you guys are? You know, kind of cut out the middleman. Then I wouldn't have to worry about giving my bunny hood away, because in the other rooms, you know, mostly in these rooms where you play hide and seek, you don't really need the masks that you use at all, save for the Mask of Truth, and even then you don't really need that if you have all the masks already. You just need the transformation masks that you have, and those you can't give away, I don't think. So it's like the bunny hood is pretty much useless. Now, God's room is one that's very easy to mess up, but at the same time it's very fun, and you need lots of magic, so I think all these pots have magic in them. Basically, you just need to be a Goron, you need to get very straight lined up with the path here, and you just need to go like this. And then for a while, you can let go, like you don't have to worry about steering because those things let you go. But there comes a point where it gets pretty bad. This is one of them, and I'm probably going to fail going around those turns a couple times, so I will cut out to a part where I actually do it semi-successfully. Okay, this is take number 7, which, to be fair, is not too bad, but at the same time, it's like, each time I do it differently, and I fail a different way each time. I have no trouble lining it up straight and even like this. It's just the turning that gets to me, of course. Yeah, don't go trigger happy on the when you turn. It's got to be very slight, but at the same time enough to go. Like this. Keep going. And after this one you can stop. Because those little circles, by the way, they just transport you back to the center, so it's pointless. Once you get to this one, you can go straight from here, and this will lead you to the heart piece. Almost there. And there we are. That one's a doozy to get to, quite honestly. I haven't seen what any of the gossip stones in here have said. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one over here. Oh wow, really? Gee, thanks. Couldn't have guessed that one. I don't even know how you would miss the Great Fairy's mask. It's like one of the most obvious masks to get in the start of the game, I always thought. I mean, I guess it is possible if you say to yourself, oh yeah, I already helped the Great Fairy that one time, so I don't have to worry about helping her again. I guess then it is technically possible. But believe me, in this room, the hardest thing to get is the heart piece. Getting to where the kid is hiding is easy, because after you go this far, you can stop here and go up this ramp here, which leads to a couple more gossip stones and a couple different pathways. See what these say, just for the hell of it. Some of them are vague, some of them are specific, some of them are obvious, like the one about Kamaro and the Great Fairy. Skullkita, okay. Yeah, the kid is hiding right over this way. And you just start from here and start rolling. And there we go. Easy as that. What masks do we want to give away this time? I hate both of these masks. Because I never used the Mask of Sense, and the process that the Don Garros mask made me go through was just terrible. I guess I should mention something about these kids. They're all very cryptic in the way they talk. They use lots of ellipses. They seem very vague. And these questions that they ask after you give them masks are very pedantic, I guess is a word, or thought-provoking, almost philosophical. But, like, the first one asked about friends, and this one asked about us, and, like, what makes us happy. I won't give away what these others talk about. Speaking of giving away, I've seen people who, like, have hesitancy about giving away certain masks because they like them more. Bunnyhood is obviously one because it's the most useful one, but some guys are all like, oh, I don't want to give away this one because it's my favorite, or I don't want to give away this one because it's the coolest, or I worked the hardest to get this one. But for me, I'm just like, whatever, I don't really care. Now, Georg's realm can be one of the most frustrating. But, you know, it's either this, Georg's, or Guts are the two most frustrating. Odawa and Twinmold are very straightforward. But the idea here is you just have to go, again, and I'm gonna give it away right away. You have to go left, and then right, then followed by a left, and another left. Yeah, it's just pathways like this. And you can either go about it randomly, or, you know, these two ways that get a heart piece. And I'm going to do the other way that shows how to get to the kid. I say kid, but they ask such philosophical questions that it's like, you know, are they really kids, or are they, like, just beings, like imps or something like that, who they've been around for a long time? I don't even know. There's a whole big philosophy about this game that I've mentioned, of course, before, but about the Moon Children, I have no idea. So this way you go left, then right, and another left, and then go right instead of left this time. And this leads us to the kid. Like I said, if you don't know the pathway to take, it can be really frustrating, but for us it was not that hard, because just go left, right, left, right. Kamaro's mask was stupid. Using the Gibno's mask all the time was annoying. The Garo's mask, I barely used it at all. The right thing, huh? If you do the right thing, like that incredibly awesome movie, and by incredibly awesome, I mean incredibly, like, thought-provoking. I doubt anybody has seen Do the Right Thing, unless there are some of you out there who also watch gameplay video and also are interested in African-American cinema, like Spike Lee, primarily. Yeah, we'll get to the kid sitting in front of the tree in a minute. And now it is time for us to part with the bunny hood, because we don't need it anymore. I mean, we could theoretically want it, but we're going to give away all of our masks now to Twinmold, because if you haven't noticed, it goes Aldawa 1, Got 2, Georg 3, and now Twinmold 4. In order of, you know, how you fight them. It just increases. And because I don't know why this one isn't distinguished in a way that Stone Tower would be. I mean, I guess that'd be kind of difficult to do. This room is just your basic room. For the life of me, I don't know why they have rupees in pots. I can understand magic in pots, but rupees, I don't know. Yay, we get to fight this guy again! Hooray! Let's just take him out quickly. We need the arrow for later. Oh my god, you were so difficult. You were just as difficult as the last... I think I fought that, like, Lizalfos now, like, 4 times. Once in the, temple. Oh yeah, that's Mask of Truth. Huh. Oddly enough. Well, there was once in the Woodfall Temple, once where they were just kind of enemies in the in Snowfall Temple, and then once again in Icona Canyon, and now here. So I guess that's as many times as Wizrobe. Poor King of the Garrows. Used to be a boss that had such dignity, but then I wield the Great Fairy's sword and he dies with little to no effort. Again, I don't think there's anything really that distinguishes this from being a stone tower-esque room. Arrows may seem pointless right now, but trust me, we do need them. What do you say? Cafe's mask. A lot of these are really easy, so I can't... You know, I guess it's logical that they'd bring back all of them, but... Oh, hey, look who it is! It's our least favorite friend! Or at least he used to be. I mentioned this in the segment where we did fight him, how in my... When you're doing a 3-heart challenge of Ocarina of Time, the Iron Knuckle ends up being your least favorite enemy because his hits take out 3 hearts, so he's basically a one-hit kill kind of guy. It's just dreadful to have to fight him. And now we get... Bomb Chews! And we actually never have had that item, so now, technically, we do have 100% of the items. So, we use these. Hey, look! Something to bomb. The best way to do this is to get to the very back, hold it for like a second, and then let it go. There you go. Usually enough to give it the right amount of time that it takes to explode. And this is why we needed the arrows. Imagine that. It's like the game designers planned all this to happen. And the doors do reopen behind you, so if you got stuck and didn't have bomb chews or arrows, like you let them all go or missed a bunch of times, which would be kind of sad but kind of funny at the same time, then you could go back and leave, so... All Knight's Mask is sold at the Curiosity Shop. That's just specific enough to where you know what it is, but not how to do it, so I like that. Grog had the bunny hood. One of the most depressing characters ever had the bunny hood for some reason, and hey, we get the last piece of heart. And now we have all 20 hearts. It is 20, right? 1, 2, 3... Yeah. Okay, and we've got one on the ceiling now, so just stay right here. Again, you gotta line up exactly, because the bomb chew, if it's curved, will go way far to the right or left. I held that one for like a second or two, and then... right on the money. This one needs a fire arrow, of course, because we need some kind of variety, right? And that is the last of our puzzles. Ah, what the hell. What are you gonna tell me? I guess he was. Alright, kid, we played all your games. I haven't noticed this whole time those blocks are just kind of staring at us. That's fairly creepy. But not as creepy as things are going to get. Spoiler alert. So, we've given away all our masks now. The next segment will be the fight. The big final fight. And he asks us what our true face is. Again, thought-provoking, but not enough for me to think on it too long. So next time, final boss fight. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, see you all later.